Phones in school, are they a lifeline or a major distraction? Some parents say kids need them, others argue that school should ban them completely. Today we will be unpacking it all, the yes, the nays, and everything in between. This is not just about what's happening in Texas or New York, where school phones bans keep making it the headlines today. It's much bigger than that. It's a universal debate, one that parents are having here in Lagos, in London, in Sydney, everywhere in the world. So let's put the spotlight on the big question. Should kids even have phone in schools at all? And to really explore it, we'll be looking at it from three sides. First, from the parents who say yes because to them phones mean safety and connection. Then we'll see the people who say no way because phones are nothing but distraction in classroom. And then we have where most of us parents actually live somewhere in between those extremes. So let's go. Hello, live learners. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. My name is Chinoe, and the number one reason why some parents don't really support the phone ban is because of safety. Imagine that there is an emergency, a lockdown, or even just a sudden change of plans. Parents want to know that their child can reach them straight away. That quick call or chat or SMS can make all the difference. For many families, that peace of mind is actually priceless. The second reason is connection. Phones give parents reassurance if your child is walking home alone, staying back for either after school activities or lesson, or even traveling on the bus. You know you can check in at any time. For children, just being able to text your mom or dad can ease a lot of anxiety too. And then there's also responsibility. Some parents believe that giving a child a phone with clear rules and limits, of course, can actually help them build discipline. Learning when to use it, when to put it away, and even how to manage screen time can be a lesson in self control that carries into adulthood. For example, I saw in a news article where a mom who actually supported school ban, but she still admitted that she values being able to reach her child if needed. And that's the balance a lot of parents struggle with. If we are honest, most of us have had that moment of relief when our children had their phones. Maybe they called because practice ended early or you were running late to pick them up and you could let them know. Maybe they needed quick help with directions, something like that. They are not just small things. Those moments really matter. For many parents, it's hard to imagine not having that lifeline. Now let's flip it to the other side. The reason why some parents and teachers who say no, phones don't belong in classroom. The first reason is distraction. Think about it, even as adults, when our phone rings during a meeting, it's hard not to, sneak a quick look. For children, the temptation will even be stronger. So instead of paying attention to the lesson or the class, they are scrolling, snapping pictures, or checking group chats. Teachers see this all the time, and then attention drifts, focus drops, and learning will definitely suffer. The second reason is social pressure. Phones bring a whole new level of comparison into school. Who has the latest phone? Who is in this group chat? Who is not there? And sadly, bullying does not stop at the playground anymore. It it follows our kids through messages, through videos and social apps right in their pockets. So for many schools, removing phone has also meant that they will reduce those pressure. And then there's also academic performance. Some schools that went completely phone free have reported that students are more engaged, more active in discussions, and actually doing better in their studies. Teachers now feel like they've gotten their classroom back. It makes sense, doesn't it? Imagine trying to teach algebra while half of the class is glued to TikTok, or imagine trying to concentrate on an essay while your friends are blowing up on group chats. Phones can turn a classroom from a place of learning into a place of constant distraction. So, for those in the no phones at school camp, the answer feels clear. If kids are going to succeed in the classroom, then the phone has to stay out of it. But here's the truth: most parents don't live at the extreme ends. They are not fully yes and they are not fully no. For some families, it means that kids are allowed to bring their phones, but they stay zipped away in their backpack until school day is over. No scrolling under the desks, no notification here and there. The phone is there for after class only. Some schools have taken a step further by introducing locked pouches. Kids and or they hand over their phones at the start of the day. The devices only stay sealed during the lessons and then they are unlocked as soon as the final bell rings. That way, the students get the best of both worlds. They focus during learning time and connection once they are safely on their way home. Then there are parents who set rules based on their age or their maturity. Maybe there is no phone at all until they're in the middle of the junior secondary school, or there's limited use of phone when they're in a high or in the secondary school, only for calling, not for social apps. The logic is that a 7-year-old and a 16-year-old obviously don't need the same level of access. Honestly, this understanding makes sense. Parenting is not one size fits all. The right decision depends on where you live, how safe your community feels, your child's personality, and even the culture of the school itself. So, while some argue for total bans and others fight for total freedom, most families are out there, in the messy middle trying to find a balance that protect their kids without cutting them off completely. Now let's bring in what the expert says, because this debate should not be about parents and teachers. It also should be about the child's development. On one hand, many specialists warn that phone can get in the way of social skills. If your kids spend much time glued to the screen, they will miss out on face-to-face interactions, learning how to read body language, resolving conflicts in person, or simply enjoy a conversation without distraction. So over time, that can affect their confidence, friendship, and even emotional health. But on the other hand, experts also say that a total ban might overlook something important, and which is called digital literacy. Phones aren't going anywhere. They're a big part of adult life, and kids need to learn how to handle them responsibly before they step out into the real world. So if school ban phones completely, children might miss chances to practice the balance that they will need later on. That's why some child psychologists and educational experts suggest a different approach, not just saying yes or no, but focusing on a balanced technology education. Teach kids when to put the phone down, show them how to use it as a tool instead of a toy, and guide them through the risks like online safety and cyberbullying so that they are prepared, not sheltered. So the extra view lands somewhere in the middle too. Don't ignore the dangers, but don't pretend phones don't exist either. Equip kids to handle technology instead of letting technology handle them. So where do I stand in all of this? Honestly, I see all three sides. I get why parents will want safety and reassurance. I understand why teachers are also frustrated with the constant distractions because of the phone. And I know many families are just trying to strike a balance in the middle. For me personally, I don't think there's one perfect answer for every child or for every school. What works for a 7-year-old may not work for a 16-year-old. So what feels safe in a big city may even not be safe in a small town. Phones are not the enemy. The real issue is how when and where they are used. So there should be a landing in the gray zone. Don't ban them completely, but don't hand over unlimited freedom either. Keep phones restricted during learning hours, but make it available before and after school for safety and connection. Now, I would love to hear your thoughts. Should kids have phone in school? Should it be a total ban, unlimited freedom, or do you fall somewhere in between? I want you to drop your take in the comments. I'll be reading and I'll be replying. And if you enjoy honest parenting conversation like this, don't forget to hit subscribe. I post videos on real life challenges and choices that parents are facing right now and how to enjoy your parenting journey without stress. Thank you so much for watching. Keep learning one day at a time, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.